Bells are going on.
Bells are going off. Who wants to lead us in a prayer this morning? Katie, you want to lead us in prayer? We haven't done that in a while. Thank you.
Dear Heavenly Father, thank you so much for this day. We thank you for the country that we live in. And I thank you for each one of these men and women that serve here in Eastland County and do the job that they do. We thank you, dear Heavenly Father, for your love and your security through Jesus Christ. In Christ's name we pray.
Amen. Thank you. You want me to pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Morning, everyone. We're in a regularly scheduled Eastland County Commissioner Court meeting. And it is September the 12th. And all commissioners and county judge are present. We do have a quorum. Also at the table, the county auditor and deputy county clerk, Donna Robertson. So let's get started. Item number 1 is to read and sign the minutes. We've got 2 sets of minutes. One is from August the 22nd, and one is a special meeting on September the 6th. Anyone have any questions or comments about any of those minutes? Hearing none, can we have a motion to accept both those sets of minutes? Motion made and seconded. All in favor, say aye. Any opposed, same sign, and that carries.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't let up, do that.
No. Never.
Never talked to you about the Cowboys?
Donna did.
Donna talked to you about
else
the Cowboys?
Yeah.
Everybody else gave you a break?
Everybody else feels sad. Sorry for you.
I said, I couldn't get them. I didn't know what happened.
They didn't know what happened either.
Did you just pass those along without signing it?
You did. Scooted right by. Scoot right by. Just scoot right by. Oh, that's good. That's the way it's going to go. All right. Item number 2 is discuss, consider any proposed or pending contracts and agreements. I don't have anything else other than what we've already got into the agenda today. Anybody else have any issues for pending contracts and agreements? All right. Hearing none, we will then move on to item number 3, which is consider accepting a plat from 1416 Ranch KJ Properties, LLC, Barry Stevenson. Are you Barry Stevenson?
I am.
Come on up, please, sir. And Donna's here. You have what you need as far as
I think so.
signatures for the
Unless
plat?
he has some of
We'll have
the
to sign-
paperwork from the taxes. Do you have any?
I sent that to Kathy.
Okay, then I have those.
Okay, we'll have to sign off on the original. Tell us a little bit about your.
Sure. Well, first of all, I just like to. I'm from Canadian. I'm from Hemphill County. I really appreciate y'all starting this prayer.
Sure, yeah.
Well, we'll try not to hold the fact that you're from Canadian. And I'm from Cisco.
I understand.
We played a couple of really cold games
Real,
for Canadian.
really hard game.
Yeah.
I remember a lot of times we did that.
Well, I'm also a Red Raider, so I'm pretty
There you
excited
go.
about the kids y'all have out tech.
Yeah.
So we purchased 150 acres. It's on Highway 16, just south. I guess I can this down so y'all can see it. It's just south of I-20
Okay.
on the east side of 16. With 135 acres of it, we're going to sell 10 to 12 acre lots out of it. There'll be 12 of them in there. It will be gated. There'll be a keypad, private entry. All the road is private. No maintenance. So nobody calling the commissioner going, hey, when you going to grade my road?
We have to explain that sometimes that by accepting this for filing, we are not turning that into a county road.
Correct.
Yeah, it's
Correct.
going to be a private road.
Yeah. And so in our conditions and restrictions, there is a fee in there that it's basically an HOA, but it's very limited.
POA maybe. Property Owners Association.
So, that's right. Yeah. So, you can't have a trailer house out there. And really, it's just to collect money for maintenance on the road and on the gate.
Okay.
Nothing's expected of the county as far as maintenance.
What is your water supply system out there?
So there's currently a water line that ran across to another development over here. They put that in. They are supposed to be handing that over to the city of Strawn, whoever provides the water.
Okay.
However, we are not representing that until we know for sure
Okay.
it will be well water.
Before, until you get the water line situation resolved, you're selling it with the intention everybody drills their own water well.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And this is on the east side of 16. So this is 16 here. So Tudor Road is backed off over here a ways.
Right.
A bit further
Yeah.
away.
Tudor Road is the next road, the
Okay.
next exit over
Okay.
there. And then if you've been up 16, right here in front of our gate is where they're redoing that bridge. And they
Okay.
have the light in there.
The part that's shaded right there, what does that represent?
The shaded part is this is floodplain.
Okay. That's what I
Okay, this
thought.
is a creek right here.
Right.
We also own this part. It is not part of this development.
You're not going to sell any lots up in that floodplain area.
Well, we haven't decided what we're going to do up
Okay.
there yet.
Is it a zone A floodway?
It's 500 year.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, those are my questions, gentlemen. Any other questions or comments? Can we have a motion then to allow me to sign the plat and to accept it in for filing only? Motion made and seconded. All in favor, say aye. Any opposed, same sign. And that carries. And let me sign whatever I need to sign there.
And then Kathy told me that after when I leave here, just to go down to the clerk's office to get the no.
Leave that.
So there's a copy of the CCNRs. You said to file that as well.
Yes, if you'll leave that with the plat when you're down there, or I can take it now, whichever.
Do I need to pay a fee?
Yes, you can.
Will you pay that too?
You know.
Oh,
We got to draw the line somewhere, Michelle.
He's from Canadian.
You can
I tell my
ask.
daughters, if you don't ask, the answer's always no.
It's 46, so
That's fine.
you want to leave a check or something?
I go to that pay it. I can write a check. I can put it on a card.
Just write a check for them because they can't do it
Okay.
in until I get back down there.
Okay.
With
Okay.
all of this. So
All right.
if you, is that part of your declaration?
That is
and
the
stuff?
declaration.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, does Shills need to sign it?
What's the declaration of what?
It's the covenants, conditions, and restrictions.
For the deed restrictions?
Yeah.
No, I don't need to
No,
sign
I
those.
don't think.
What about the tax certificates? You have those ready to go as well?
So we haven't, with the transfer, we haven't done taxes yet, but Kathy has everything that she needed, and I worked with Casey
That's-
over at the appraisal
Okay.
office.
Okay.
She
So
said
we'll have to have a
taxes.
certificate that all the taxes are paid
Yeah.
up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you don't, and she was asking about the tax receipts, but is this what she?
Yeah, and so
Please.
when I talked to Casey said, well, there is none yet.
Oh,
There
okay.
won't be any until October. So she called Kathy. Kathy called me back and said, you're good.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Okay.
And Kathy still has to witness it right here, or unless you're
Yes.
authorized to do it.
Okay. I will find out.
So the two more things that have to be done. Kathy's got to witness this, we've got to have the tax certificate.
Mhm. And then it can be filed.
Okay. So do I need to
So-
come back to file it then until after Kathy's here?
I think I can sign off on it.
Because I
In
can
her
do
place.
that. I'm out here a lot. So it's not a big deal.
You are?
Yeah.
Why don't I keep it and then, or you take it down there, leave your check and a phone number.
Mhm.
And if she says no, that I'm not allowed
Okay.
to sign off on it, then I'll have you come
Then you'll let me
back.
know.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll come
Donna's the
back
deputy county clerk. She's got to
Yes.
have express authority from the county clerk
Right.
to do this
to
sort of
do
thing.
that,
Okay.
so.
Okay.
So just leave it and your money and phone number and I'll
Awesome.
get it from
All
there.
right. I appreciate
Good deal,
it.
Michelle.
Thank you.
You bet. Good luck with that.
Thank you. I appreciate
You
it.
bet. Have you already got some bites out there and buying some lots?
We do.
Oh.
We do. Yeah.
It's
There's
a pretty place back there.
man, it's beautiful out there. It had a beautiful pond on it. It went completely dry.
Yeah.
And the first rain, it filled halfway back up. And I was like,
That's a funny part of the county. The water runs from the south to the north. It heads towards Strong.
it does, and it seems backwards. And
Yeah.
Big Bear Mountain is right there, and apparently water really comes off that mountain.
Yeah.
which was good for our road guy. He got to see exactly where the water
Yeah,
runs.
yeah. Thank you. Best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, item number 4 is discuss, consider roadway improvement project on County Road 294 in Precinct 3 and proposal with specs to use for bid process. Mr. Wilson, let's see, Brent Green is not here, so this is your take.
Yes, sir. Mr. Green sent me the specs on it. I think I got everybody a copy. I think I have one, Miss Larry. And,
I've got the email copy.
yes, sir. So I thought I had none. But anyway, that's specs or whatever. And I got the GPS coordinates from start to end.
Okay,
And it ain't on there, but I got it on this one. I'd have to make another copy.
Okay.
Or you could
on the switch. He's got the lat long is on here. All right, so probably at this time, do we need a motion to go out for bids using the spec proposal from Wilkes Ranch? Okay, motion made, seconded,
Second by Andy.
all in favor, say aye. Any opposed, same sign. All right, so we'll go out for specs for that. Loretta, would you mind putting that on the usual posting sites?
It says specs instead of bids.
For bids, yes, for bids. It's specs for the bids. So let's see, we will have another meeting on the 26th. Do you have time to get that out? And
No, it probably won't, because I'm gonna have to do our whole spec
okay,
sheet.
October, we've got 3 meetings. Would you pull that calendar up or off there and look up at October?
One on the 3rd,
One on the 3rd to pay the bills.
so let me look at September again. So if I get it to the newspaper for publication on the 22nd, it'll have to run 22nd, the month, so we can't open bids till the 11th.
Okay. Okay, so we'll open the bids. We'll consider opening the bids on October the 11th.
Right.
Okay. All right,
And
good
I
deal.
will put an item on the agenda.
Okay, thank you. All right, good deal. Move forward on that.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all.
Bet. Maybe the weather will be with you. All right, number 5 is discuss and consider invoices from Horn Oil. Mr. Wilson.
Yes, sir. What this is about is, I guess everybody knows that fuel's got a lot more costly since I've been in office. And my deal is, I kind of need to know every week about what we have in fuel and everything. And I was wanting to see what the guidelines are to getting our invoices emailed to us or however, because if we're not getting them back quick enough for me to do what I need to do to keep my budget right.
What he's saying is we're not getting a part at all.
Okay, so item 27 on the signed agreement is invoices will be delivered to respective county commissioners within 5 days of fuel delivery. So if this is not happening, maybe Brad Stevenson's office needs to send a letter letting them know they're in breach of contract because they're not doing this.
I did a requisition for last month because I got fuel on the 17th. I still have not got an invoice.
Wow.
I'll talk to Brad and see if somebody down
And
there,
I've called and emailed. Still haven't.
I think it needs a letter from legal counsel.
We've not had a breach of contract in that. I would think, just kind of thinking outside the box, that would open it back up to where we go get fuel where we need to go get fuel to make it work until the next contract comes up. Now, Brad would have to address that about,
I don't think so. I think we'd have to go ahead and rebid it.
okay, just start back over.
I
rebid
think,
it.
but
When is that? That's an annual contract, and when do we do those annual contracts?
June, April. I went in effect April.
Okay,
no, the
June.
fuel is June 27th.
so it's
So,
a fairly new contract.
yeah, we're
Yeah,
pretty
it
much
just
under
started.
the contract.
Okay.
And they do a good job and everything. If they could just get us an invoice, they don't.
want to.
I don't know either
I
what
don't
the
know.
deal
I don't
is.
understand why
Well, it
it's so hard
seems
to
like they
invoice.
want their
Yeah,
money
you think
too.
they'd want to get paid. I know when I was in the fuel business, as soon as the truck dropped the load, they would be drafting the account for the fuel that was just been dropped.
And we explained to them that we was at the end of our budget and we need to get it in.
Yeah.
They told us, yeah, we'll get it to you. It's been 2 weeks and we still ain't got ours.
Do they typically email it to you or some other way?
They email it to me.
That's what we asked for.
What about y'all? They email it to y'all?
Yeah, I've just got fuel from, well, I've got it the second time. They hadn't sent it. They emailed me first,
Okay.
but I had to keep calling them and asking them. I think the office out of Fort Worth or something, you know?
Yeah.
Out here in
So you're gonna visit with Brad about any potential breach of contract and we have to start over again?
Well, I think first we're gonna have to send a letter.
Yeah, I understand completely it messes up your budget, not knowing what you
Oh, yeah.
got left until you get a big bill that comes in.
And the biggest issue is because of how high fuel is, you know.
The big bill.
Yeah, big deal. It really affects your budget a lot.
Okay, do we need to give you any authority to do anything on that end? Was Brad looking into it?
No, I'll just follow up.
Okay. All right,
Thank
good
you.
deal. All right, no action on that item at this time. If you need it back on the agenda, Loretta, would you please let Shelby know and put it back on the agenda? Thank you. Item number 6 is present a new member for the Child Welfare Board, Sandy Cagle. Who is that? Sandy Cagle. Sounds familiar. How are you doing, Sandy?
I'm good.
Glad to have you back in
She
here.
was a strange lady.
How are all of y'all doing?
Pretty good.
Good, good. Well, I'm on the Child Welfare Board, and so we have a new man that would like to join our board. And y'all know him, Chris Ferguson, the Pentecostal preacher here.
Sure.
And he used to serve us by being a foster home, and then he adopted. So now
okay.
then he wants to serve in a different capacity on the board.
Okay.
So we've gone through the background check, and he was approved by the CPS check, whatever they do.
Okay.
And so I just need to see if y'all will approve him for the board.
All right. Can we have a motion to approve Chris
Chris
Ferguson
Ferguson.
be appointed to the Eastland County Child Welfare Board?
I said,
Motion made, seconded. All in favor, say aye. Aye as well, Don. That's unanimous on that one. Good deal. Thank you.
Thank you. And
Do we need anything, order anything to put in there?
no, I asked them, and they said, no, all I need is y'all to approve him. So
Do we have a
but
vacancy on the board already?
we can have 11 members, and
Okay.
right now we have 6.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
yeah. And some of us might be wanting to go off.
You want to do your long term business?
Yeah. But to let y'all know, just we have 47 kids in our system,
Wow.
and we just got through in sending out checks for all their school clothes and school supplies this year.
Wow.
So anyway, we are active. We're not just sitting there.
Well, thank you guys for what you do for the kiddos.
Well, thank you.
Yeah,
We'll see
you
y'all
bet.
later.
Okay, thank you, Sandy.
Thank you, Sandy.
All right. Item number 7 is discuss, consider ratification of savings maintenance grant contract between the Office of Attorney General and Eastland County. Ms. Key.
The Attorney General's office sent the 2023 savings grant contract. It was a DocuSign, so Judge Fields went ahead and did the DocuSign before it expired. The amount we're getting is $6,581.11. And this is for the victim information notification, which we'll talk about is the next contract. It just need permission from the court to ratify the contract.
All right, gentlemen, any questions or comments? Can we have a motion to ratify my signature on the contract with Savings, with Attorney General's Office for Savings Grant? Motion made and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Second,
Andy.
Andy. Okay.
All in favor, say no. All in favor, say aye. Any? You know what I mean. All right, that takes care of number 7. Number 8 is discuss change to a service agreement, statewide automated victim notification service, which is Savings, between Appraisal and Appraisal Insights LLC in Eastland County, Texas. All right, Ms. Key, number 8.
Okay, this is the contract for the actual victim information system. I did have to put in on page, where is it? I had to put contact information in. Page 8. So, Sheriff, I had to put in a phone number and an email address in case there's a breach. So I put your phone number and Lynn's email address. So if there is a breach in this system, you'll get a phone call and he'll get an email.
What are we talking about? I was in the middle of a conversation.
The victim information through the jail.
The Vines Victim Information Notification Services.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a good service.
And then on page 13, I put in the county information. So just need,
Brother, can you give me a copy of their information who you're talking to? Because we're doing with the upgrade, they're doing it. I'm sure they've already reached out, but just in case we're doing it. It's fine.
okay, when I send the contract back, I will copy you.
Great.
Okay.
And it might be the OAG, it might be Savings, and it might be Appraisal. They're all three are connected on this.
I just want to make sure that the new systems have their information.
Right.
October 1, there won't be.
Okay.
Judge, can I ask on December 7, were you supposed to sign anything with it?
No.
Okay.
Thank you though for
Okay,
staying on top
yes,
of it.
just,
All right, on item 8 about the actual contract itself with Savings, Appraisal. Do I have a motion to enter that agreement and to allow me to sign the same?
Motion.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor, say aye. Any opposed, same sign, and that carries. And Donna, do you have a copy over there you want me to sign?
yes, I do.
Okay. Right there. Yes, ma'am, yes, sir. And Donna, there is item 8
Thank you.
executed. Okay, item number 9 is discuss, consider entering into an agreement between Eastland County and Integrated Data Services for Justice Court, District Attorney, Auditor and Treasurer, and Law Enforcement Net Data Extraction. And Bill Wilder is not here, didn't think he would be. Ms. Key?
This contract is to extract the data for the conversion to Tyler. It's the, and eForce. It's to take everything out of net data and make it in readable format for Tyler. I started with Tyler and figured out language I didn't understand. So for the JPs, the district attorney, the financial and law enforcement, it's going to be $3,400 to extract our data, which is very reasonable. And Bill Wilder is super quick. He used to work for Net Data, and so he knows their system. So we're all asking the court to approve the contract. And just so you know, Brad Stevenson has extra budget that he's willing to pay it out.
Hey, there you go. Out of this year's budget.
I'll make the motion, we do it and spend Brad's money.
We have a motion and a whole bunch of seconds.
What was the motion again?
The motion was to enter into the agreement between Eastland County and Integrated Data Services for $3,400 for data conversion
Okay.
to be paid for out of a district attorney budget line item.
And just side note to that, I will probably move it from the district attorney's budget into the non-departmental so I can track it.
Okay. We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye. Any opposed, same sign, and that carries on.
Is there any reason for us to keep GFA on our computer? Can we remove it?
You can remove it from yours. We still have a server and I still access that because all the payroll information has not made it into employee files, but you can get rid
My
of yours.
drive's telling me it's full.
Oh.
So,
Oh, it probably is.
so I was trying to figure out some stuff I could remove, and I thought, well, I'm GFA, I'm never turning it back on ever again.
Yeah, but you might want to get Carrie to actually remove the program instead of just deleting
Okay.
the icon.
Yeah. And there you go. Thank you, ma'am. Okay, that takes us to number 10. Report on the first floor courthouse closet. And Ms. Info is going to bring that to us today. Do you have it, Donna?
Let's see.
Or do you
Yes,
need to
yes,
move it?
yes.
Okay.
Yes, she has actually, are y'all familiar with which
It's a
closet they're
closet
talking
right
about?
beside the elevator, right
Yes,
beside the
just-
elections office.
yes,
Okay.
yes, that she's turned in, that she has already turned the key over to Summer and removed everything that Kathy
So
had
that
in
would be
there.
part of
So,
Summer's secure area to close
yes,
everything up.
yes, I think she's wanting to put a lock on it and a different lock and have it for all of her stuff she has to lock up.
Okay.
So, that's basically what she's
Kathy
doing.
just wants us and the public to know that it's no longer
That's,
under her supervision. It's now elections office supervision.
that's correct.
Okay.
That's correct.
Okay.
But she's turned all that over. She's vacated and turned the key over to Summer.
All right. Any discussion on that, gentlemen? Can we have a motion to accept that notice from the county clerk about that storage area? Motion made, seconded. All in favor, say aye. Any
Thank
opposed,
you.
same sign, and that carries. All right. That takes us to number 11, and this is the time of the year that we start doing these, so I don't get confused on ones that are coming in and going out. Item number 11 is discuss, consider executing and sending agreements to 6 VFDs and the Cisco Fire Department. Basically, all the fire departments except Eastland. Of course, we've still got some issues there to work on, but it's 6 VFDs, which would be Carbon, Gorman, Rising Star, Olin, Desdemona, and Ranger. And then Cisco, Chief Fairbanks told me, Darwin Archer's here, the name of the department in Cisco is really not Cisco Volunteer Fire Department, it's Cisco Fire Department.
Correct.
He would like that contract styled in that manner. Is that agreeable with you?
This is-
Okay. So the only changes we would make would be to change the dates on the 6 I just named and the amount that we're going to subsidize them with. And then on Cisco's, we've just dropped the word volunteer out of the contract, change the date and the amount for those as well. So with that, anybody have anything to bring up on the 6 VFDs and the Cisco Fire Department contract? Okay, send them out and let me to sign them and then
Yes.
send them out,
Yes.
because that works pretty well.
I'll second.
All right, we've got a motion and a second to send out those 6 VFDs that I named and Cisco Fire Department, and to allow me to sign the same. And then as they start coming back in, I'll start putting them back on the agenda. So do we have a motion and a second? Yes, we do.
Yes.
All in favor, say aye. Any opposed, same sign. Okay. So we will get those started out probably this week. I like to have all that tied up by the end of September, if we can.
And you will
Sometime
be changing the date on it?
change the date and the
Mhm.
amount that we pay in the subsidy. And then Cisco Fire Department will change their name on the contract, drop out the word volunteer, just the
Volunteer.
Cisco Fire Department.
Okay.
And then number 12, in a similar situation, discuss, consider executing and sending agreements to dispatch entities. And Loretta always helps me on this because she gets the budget information for them. This is sending out the letter for dispatch support to all the entities that use dispatch. That'll be the 5 incorporated cities that we use, all the cities except Carbon, and also Eastland Hospital and Cisco College Police Department. So those are the entities that we use. Is that right, Sheriff?
Yes.
Okay. So if I could have permission to sign those and send those out, along with Retta's help on getting the budget information put in there as well, and get those sent out to all those entities that use dispatch. Have a motion for that effect.
Motion.
You have a second?
Second.
Motion made, seconded. All in favor, say aye. Any opposed, same sign. And then finally, in contract season here, course, we have two EMS systems. We have the cooperative EMS, which usually about this time of the year, the EMS cooperative out of the hospital will send over to Kathy, usually their hospital board. Mr. Hoffman will give that to Kathy. And I don't know if you've seen that yet or not. Okay, so that usually will happen about this time of year. But we've also got EMS contract with the city of Ranger VFD for EMS over there in that response area as well. So on 13, I would like similarly to send out the agreement to Ranger City, Ranger VFD for EMS support, and allow me to sign the same to send it out to them. Okay, do we have a second? Motion made and seconded. All in favor, say aye. Any opposed, same sign. Okay, so I will send out agreements with fire departments, excluding Eastland, and to dispatch for all the entities, and to EMS for Ranger City, volunteer fire department for EMS support from that city. All right, that takes care of all of those. Number 14 is 911 update and cooperative dispatch update. Sheriff, anything from dispatch?
Everything's still going good up there. We are currently we got a lot of training going on, sending people to associate trainers, putting in our own instructors and stuff like that. We've got a couple of telecommunicators going through the academy, or through the dispatch academy, field training, all that stuff. August, we ran 4,167 calls, and for the year, we've had 33,071.
My goodness. I don't know how they keep up with that sometimes. Of course, we had that huge fire complex, which added a lot to the numbers, but still on a normal, let's call it a normal year.
Yeah.
The numbers are staggering.
Yeah, I was looking at that this morning with the complex fires, and yes, there was a lot that month, but there's been just as much the months following. So, no, you can't, I go out there and I can't get a word in edgewise. I mean, can't even finish a sentence. So they're all on 911 or radio or something going on. So it's very chaotic.
Well, please thank the dispatchers from us for the work that they do out there.
Thank you very much.
And you as well.
Thank
you. Gentlemen, any questions or comments on dispatch? And Commissioner Raines especially wants to thank you for what you did.
Yes, sir, Judge. That's what he said.
That's what he said, wasn't
Yep,
it?
that's what he said.
And he likes the Cowboys.
Everybody likes Cowboys.
Can we have a motion to accept the dispatch report from Sheriff Wader?
Motion.
All second, all in favor, say aye. Any opposed, same sign, and that dispatch report is in. All right, item number 15, up down the county burn ban. Of course, we took off the burn ban. It's been off about 10 days, and I'm of the opinion that we need a new burn ban and put it back on effective now. It's already drying out there. I think we've had a couple of wildfires that came out from controlled burns that got out of control. So that's just my opinion. I'm just one voice. What's the general feeling between your cities, your fire departments about the burn ban now? We don't have one now. Do we need one now?
I know they've had several that they've had to respond to. Like I say, one just passed your house, I know, last Thursday.
We got a little more rain on our area than a lot of it did.
I wish we could do it by precinct, but there's no way to do that I know of. Put the ban on by precinct. The whole east side of the county got more rain than the west side did. I'm just of the opinion that we need to go ahead and adopt a new burn ban, and hopefully people need to do some burning that have gotten it done by now. I know Commissioner Wilson had several calling.
There's been a lot of burning.
Andy, what do you think? Okay, Ronnie?
I'm getting either way.
Well, I'm going to make a motion that we adopt a new burn ban. Then.
I'll second.
We've got a motion and a second to adopt the burn ban. Any further discussion? Effective immediately. All in favor, say aye. Aye, and it's unanimous.
Okay.
Will that include the welding spotters or not?
Not the welding spotters this time. I think the regular burn ban without the welding spotters. If it keeps drying out, let's put the welding spotters back on again. Keep that tool handy, just in case. Is Shelby right there at the desk? Shelby? How you like that intercom? Hey, would you go ahead and get the burn ban ready to be adopted for today, effective immediately? Ma'am? You need to have 3 of them. And you need to look, hey, Shelby, you need to look forward 90 days and put the termination date on it on the 90th day. Just count it up in the calendar. Thank you. And I'll sign it and then get, will you be able to sign that and send it back
Yes.
up? All right,
Sure.
good. Thank you. All right, item 16, personnel matters. And we have a report from county auditor on that.
Yes, we have a report. The time period is August 17th through August 30th, which is last pay period. During that time period, there were 3 new hires, 1 full-time assistant auditor, 1 full-time administrative assistant for Commissioner's Court, and 1 temporary maintenance personnel. And there were 4 terminations, employment terminations, 1 full-time administrative assistant for Commissioner's Court, 1 part-time dispatcher, 1 full-time jail shift leader, 1 part-time deputy county clerk.
All right, gentlemen, any questions or comments? Anyone else, elected or appointed official to add anything for personnel report? All right, with that, then can we have a motion to accept the personnel report as presented today? Motion made and seconded. All in favor, say aye. Any opposed, same sign, and that carries. 17A is certification of additional revenue.
There are 10.
Wow,
Yes.
that time of year.
First is $1,575.95 received from Buddy's bail bonds. It was deposited into general fund, credited to the reimbursed inmate transport revenue line. And I'm asking the court to increase the sheriff's transport expenditure line by the same amount. And $152.16 received from Buddy's bail bonds. Also deposited into general fund and credited to reimburse inmate transport revenue line. I'm asking the court to increase sheriff's transport line by the same $152.16. Next is $417.69 received from Bad Girls Bail Bond, and that has a Q on it. It doesn't really have a Q. It was deposited in general fund, credited to reimburse inmate transport. I'm also asking the court to increase the sheriff's transport line by the same $417.69. And I have a side note there because I've noticed I go in and find that alias capias that was returned, and y'all are doing a great job. It even says on here that it was built, that they billed the bail bond. So
Good.
That's why we're collecting so many.
Good.
Then $308.71 received from Marriott International Renaissance Austin Hotel. It was deposited in general fund and credited to combined refunds reimbursement. This is for reimbursed hotel, and I'm asking the court to increase the elections travel seminar expense line by $308.71. Next is $87,900 received from the United States Department of Agriculture Rural Development. It was deposited into grants fund and credited to USDA grant 2022 DCI Police. This certification is to increase the transfer to general fund expenditure line. The next one is the transfer into general fund, which is the same $87,900, and that is crediting it to the transfer from grants fund revenue line. And I'm asking the court to increase the sheriff vehicles expenditure line by the same $87,900. And we'll be talking about what to do if you want to carry over some of this into next year. I'll have to do a budget amendment. Next is $70,369.96 received from the state comptroller for the Texas General Land Office. It was deposited into Grants Fund, TXGLO MIT grant revenue line. The expenditure line that I'm asking the court to increase is the TXGLO MIT grant expenditures by the same amount, and this is for HDR engineering on the dam. The next two go together. The first is $6,168.10 received from the Texas State Comptroller. It was deposited into grants fund and credited to the CTIF grant income line. The expenditure line I'm asking to increase in grants fund is due to road and bridge expenditure line by the same amount. And then the next page is the same $6,168.10 going into road and bridge, credited to transfer from grants fund. I'm asking the court to increase Precinct 3 materials by the same amount, and this is for the CTIF invoice 6.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Next is $9,900.30 received from the State Comptroller for Texas Juvenile Justice Division. It was deposited into the juvenile probation checking and credited to regionalization grant R. This is reimbursement for contracts for juvenile services, and I'm asking the court to increase the external contracts expenditure line by the same amount.
All right, gentlemen, we've had all the additional revenue and proposed expenditures explained to us. Any questions or comments? Okay, can we have a motion then to certify the additional revenue and to make the proposed expenditures? Let Donna get caught up. Motion made and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Who second? Andy? Oh, James, okay.
And all in favor, aye. And any opposed, same sign. And that carries on. Okay, Donna, that should be all 10 of them. If you'll count and make sure. I didn't- All right,
Thank you.
17B is emergency amendments.
No emergency amendments.
All right. 17C is amendment changes by fund.
There are 4 pages of general ledger amendments. And you notice in the right-hand column that there are several certifications of additional revenue from last commissioner's court. I did move personnel payroll budgets that were approved also in previous commissioner's court, so you'll see those, and they typically say adjusted commissioner's court and then the date. And the rest of them are just adjustments within budgets and adjustments for overages.
Okay, gentlemen, any questions or comments?
No, sir.
All right, hearing none, can we have a motion in to make the general ledger amendments as presented?
Second.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor, say aye. And opposed, same sign, and that carried on.
Okay.
Thank you.
We're gonna try to do a lump deal for retirement at the end.
Yes, I will bring that next commissioner's
I think I
report.
only have like 10 in mine.
Okay. I'll
I
try
got
to,
some in the insurance and I got some in payroll since Willard was out.
I'll try to calculate that. Thank you.
Okay, that takes us to 17D, report of financial condition.
You have just our regular meeting report, which is the unreconciled balances. And this is as of September 8th. The first section of the report is the combined statement of cash position. General fund is listed first, and these are general ledger balances. Everything I'm giving you is general ledger balance as of close of business on September 8th. General fund checking, $2,211,392.59. Check school, $332,741.91. First Financial Bank CDs, $857,710. Texas Bank CD, $250,000. Sharps Bank CD, $250,000. Prosperity Bank CD, $250,000. Textbook Prime, $524,339.07. Texas Class, $513,142.50. Total general ledger balance funds on deposit for general fund, $5,189,326.07. Road and bridge checking, $617,834.05. If you'll go down to Fund 26, which says Grant U.S. Treasury Coronavirus, checking $1,861,824.91. Texas Class, $503,031.73. ARPA funds remaining general ledger balance total $2,364,856.64. The remainder of the funds are listed, and I believe on page 4, there's a total general ledger balance, all funds on deposit for the county, $11,761,819.87. The two total pages follow. The next report is the combined statement of revenue and expense. This is also as of September 8th. You'll see month to date revenue and expense, and then year to date revenue and expense. Revenue general fund, $9,406,500.24. Year to date expenditures general fund, $7,836,809.60. Road and bridge revenue year to date, $1,899,314.61. And for road and bridge, $1,985,309.21. So you see that we're still in a very adequate cash and revenue and expenditure position. The rest of the funds are listed. And there are 3 pages of that report. And the last report is the combined statement of cash receipts and disbursements, showing the beginning cash balance, cash receipt, cash disbursements, and ending cash balance as of September 8th by fund and account type. There are 6 pages of that report. And then the schedule of lease purchase agreements as of August 31st, showing before lease purchase agreements for road and bridge equipment.
Do you have any questions or comments on the unreconciled report as of September the 8th? Hearing none, can we have a motion to accept that report as presented? Motion made, seconded, all in favor, say aye. Any opposed, same sign, and that carries. 17E is investment report.
No investment report at this meeting, Judge.
Thank you. 17F is financial reports. And Donna, I'm not sure if you, I know it was emailed to you, but an email to Loretta. We've got the report from the district clerk, which is about 4 different reports. I think she also emailed it out to county commissioners. I've asked Shelby to print us out a copy of that. Do you have that?
Yes, she
Okay.
emailed it to me.
All right, so there's that one. And then, Donna, let's see, I've also got appraisal district report.
Appraisal.
Looks like this, that's it. One you got your right hand.
Yep,
on.
okay.
I've got that one. And then what else might you have over there that I didn't just know?
I have constables 1 and 2.
Okay.
Agri-life,
Okay.
county clerk, and sheriff.
Okay.
And do you have
JPs.
the JPs are? Let's see. This might be JPs right here.
Yep.
Yes.
And
Okay.
do you have the tax office and reports from the DMV?
Yeah.
This one? Oh, yes. Wonder why she didn't have her on there. Yes, I have the DMV. Yes.
And there was also one from the tax office.
Um,
You don't have it all.
What does it look like?
Looks like this. It says at the top, report of the office.
Let me make sure, Loretta. Because she had all these pinned together. Take it apart. Constables.
Agri-life.
Afterlife.
2 agri-life reports.
Sheriff.
Sheriff's report. That might be it.
Collections. Does that look like it?
That looks like district clerk.
That's district.
That is district clerk.
Okay. District. Put that back with district. Looks like I've got 2 districts. I'm not sure. District, all those must be district. And that's Kathy's. This is that one. Flag. County clerk still?
Yeah.
Okay. The county clerk, county clerk. I have appraisals.
Mhm.
Okay, got them. Looks like I got 2 of those. And the two JPs.
3 JPs.
3 JPs.
Three
There'll be a
JPs.
JP4 and it'll say no.
Let's see. 1, 2. That part of JP?
Yeah.
Okay. 3 JPs.
Okay. I'll make sure you have it.
Okay, we're
Okay.
missing the tax. Okay,
If that it needs to be accepted on end today, though.
okay.
She'll get you a copy of it.
And
I'll
if I
make
could go over the appraisal district report.
Okay.
Just a moment. I believe it is the 2nd page from the back. You'll notice the 2021 tax collected.
93.5.
Right, as of the end of August, 98.13%.
Hmm.
And we estimated 98% collection for this tax year.
Good deal. All right, gentlemen, any questions or comments on these department reports? May we have a motion then to accept those reports as presented? Motion made and seconded. All in favor, say aye. Any opposed, same sign, and that carries. All right, last thing on the item, number 18, bills, claims, and accounts.
There are several sets.
Mhm.
You ready, Donna?
Yes, I think so. Yes.
The first is September 5th payables And this was to the Eastland Fire Department as approved last Commissioner's Court. August,
And let's make note, that's for the kid fire fuel.
yes, it is. Then August 17th, prom data, those will be paid today. September 7th, prom data, also to be paid today. September 12th, regular payables to be paid today. Then September 13th, this is the ARPA payable, and this is for software for the sheriff's office and jail. And that will also be paid today. And then September 14th, GLO grant, that is the payment to HDR Engineering, $17,943.75.
All right, Bill, any questions or comments on these bills, claims, and accounts that have been presented? May we have a motion to pay those bills, claims, and accounts? Motion. And a second?
Second.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor, say aye. Any opposed, same sign. And we will start signing. Moving on. Here you go, Don.
Oh, thank you so much.
All right, and with that, we've covered all the agenda items.
Have a motion to adjourn.
That would be a good thing.
Thank you.
Do we have a second? Motion and second to adjourn. All in favor, say aye. Any opposed? Same sign. And we are adjourned. Thank y'all. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that